as we have been doing by better management of the economy, we have been able to increase our public revenues. And as we increase our public revenues, so too we will increase the amount that we allocate to not just wages, which are important, to not just the recurrent expenditures, which are important, but to the capital expenditure on our roads and infrastructure. We cannot do it all at once. We cannot snap our fingers and fix all the roads that are bad. But I want every Jamaican to understand and appreciate that this government will place this country, will place our economy in a position where we will be able to repair their roads, their bridges, their drains. And, Madam Speaker, we have put ourselves now in a position where we will be making increased allocations to repair particularly our rural roads and our secondary roads. There is no question, and we don't hear any quarrels in the society about the government's program of building highways and major roads to increase connectivity. No other government has done what we have done in that regard. We have made allocations for 50 new trucks, which are on the high seas as we speak. Further allocations will be made to bring in more new trucks to increase our capacity to collect. But the real problem is that we have a system of garbage collection, municipal waste management, Madam Speaker, that needs a total re-engineering. And we are well down the wicket with an entirely new system which will see the divestment of garbage collection to bring in private participation in that, to develop a sanitary landfill, to close 2 of our landfills. Well, they're not really landfills, they are really dumps, but to close Retirement and Riverton, and to build a waste-to-energy plant. And all of that, Madam Speaker, is being worked on. In a few months, I will come to the Parliament and give an update when it is mature. The member from Western, St. Andrew, I believe they have met with you. You're aware of the plans and how it is progressing. But I'm even in lieu of that, Madam Speaker, even acknowledging that a new plan is close to fruition, I'm still not satisfied. I'm still very much concerned about the level of municipal waste that we see on our streets. And whilst I'll be the first to say it is not just about collection, it is also about how citizens choose to dispose. But in this debate, we have to be clear that, and say to the public, that we are not satisfied with how we have been collecting municipal waste. And it's not something that we can debate about. We just have to say what the truth is and seek to improve on this. The government will be allocating $21 million to each constituency for this year's program of work. With our approach last year, which I believe worked well, we will be doing the following. Each constituency, as I've said, will be allocated a sum of 21 million, and it will be divided as follows. 1, road rehabilitation, $10 million. No allocation from this area will be allowed as usual. However, a maximum of $5 million may be reallocated from other areas for road rehabilitation. Madam Speaker, debushing is now $5 million. But, Madam Speaker, up to $4 million of this amount may be reallocated to other areas. So MPs have the flexibility, because in some areas there is no bush. It's just roadway. In rural areas, I have driven on some roads where the trees have taken over the road. So MPs can have flexibility. Just to be clear, debushing must be done along a road thoroughfare. So, Madam Speaker, we are not going to approve any program where the debushing is off a thoroughfare. The public must be able to see and the impact of debushing. So the minimum amount that a constituency can spend on debushing would be $1 million. And I will say, Madam Speaker, that for drain cleaning, the allocation this year is $1 million. But you can, if you choose, reallocate from elsewhere $1 million into drain cleaning. So, Madam Speaker, we have allocated $5 million to the MPs, to the constituencies. A maximum of $2 million can be reallocated from this area, but I encourage members of Parliament not to do the reallocation, but to spend the $5 million on cleaning up as much as you can. The program so far, since we have started this, has worked very well. I think most members of Parliament are satisfied with how the allocations are made and how the program is structured and the benefits that their constituents get.